Good morning, YouTube. I haven't done this in a long time. I still don't know what I'm doing. You gotta excuse me, I had the hair bump there. I used to come on here back in the day and talk. I just like to talk about God, things that I know, my opinions, just different stuff like that. Right before I pushed the button to record, I had the word balance in my mind. So I'm going to talk a little bit about balance. God created this earth. He gave man dominion over all things of this earth. So if we are to use everything that's on this planet, on this earth, then who's to say what's bad, what's good, or what's bad? I think that God knew what he had created. I think that he knew what was on this earth. I think that he knew. Of course, he knew. He made it. So, people, it's not what you do. It's why you do it, and it's how you do it. A lot of people are having problems with drugs and things of that nature. And I'm here to tell you, you can have problems with anything. It doesn't have to be a drug problem. It can be a water problem. You drink too much water, you drown. It could be a food problem. You eat too much food, you get obese. It messes with your health. That's a problem. It can be anything. So what I'm saying to you is, don't judge yourself so harshly. Don't get stuck in a rut because of certain things that you think is bad for you and you do, because other people are judging you. Everything in moderation. I personally believe that some drugs were used for many different things. Some for healing, some for pain, some for opening up your third eye. When you are in balance with all things that have to do with you and your spiritual health, your physical health, and your mental health, all of that, then you are a functioning adult, and that you have balance in all things, then that is, therefore, it's not unhealthy. I believe these things. So, whatever it is that you're doing, if you do it out of balance, then you're on the wrong track. Then your life is out of balance. So it is not certain stigmas that people put on, oh, you smoke weed, or you smoke cigarettes, or you do whatever. It is the balance that you have with it. It doesn't have to be a narcotic or drugs or anything like that, but a lot of people get caught up on that. And I want to say something about that. You have to have balance in all aspects of your life. Period. Because if you don't, then you're out of balance. And if you're out of balance, you're not functioning properly. So, this world has, well, let me say it like this. This world, we have a problem called sin. We have a problem with an entity called Satan. He's running loose. See, Satan cannot create, and he cannot destroy. He's here to kill, steal, and destroy. Yes, true enough. But he can't destroy unless God allows. So with that being said, what he does is take all the rules that God has given us and all the knowledge that he's given us, and he goes backwards with it. Like, they outlawed drugs, but they didn't outlaw drugs because we had an epidemic or it was causing a bunch of problems. They truly outlawed drugs because it was used to open up our third eye chakra. spiritual purposes, because when you change your vibrations or raise your vibrations at the right balance, your eyes open. It helps your eyes to open. But if you do it out of balance, that means too much or not enough, then it will not work, or it could become a problem. This is just one aspect of what I was thinking about, of balance in your life. So don't judge yourself. Be easy on yourself. Give yourself grace. If you're doing it in balance and for the right purposes, because God knows your heart and He knows what your intentions are, then it's not a bad thing, because He wouldn't have put it here if we couldn't use it. But if you use anything that's out of balance, then you're going to be in trouble, to say the least. But back to what I was saying about this world. This world is being ran by the devil right now. We've got a lot of bad things going on. And a lot of lies have been told. And I feel as though it's the time to open our eyes and try to see the truth before the Most High comes back, so we can get our lives back into balance. It really isn't hard. I think society and the world today makes it hard. They put too much pressure on you. And we put too much pressure on ourselves. So balance is very important. God has balance. They say God is love, but He's also wrath. And in between that, He has a balance, a perfect balance. So don't judge yourself so harshly. What we need to do is start balancing out our lives. That means from the food we eat. That means from the substances you ingest. If you have a problem with something, you will know it. Then you'll know you're out of balance. Then you'll know what you need to do. So, be an adult. Be an adult. Be responsible. And have balance in all the things you do. And whatever you do, because everything comes full circle back to God. Every conversation you have, every interaction you have with people, everything you do, it all adds up to some sort of balance. You have to have that. You can't be too much to the left or too much to the right. To be at your top functioning speed, you have to be at balance in life. I'm working on balance myself right now. That's why it was on my mind. Because see, God, He can make anything turn out good for His will. So any situation that you're in, and any problems that you're having, or anything can be used to further the kingdom. It's on how you perceive things. How do you perceive God? I mean, people want to say the Bible contradicts itself. No, it does not contradict itself. One person said to me, "Were you supposed to honor your mother and father?" And then they said, "Well, then it says, if you can't give up your mother, father, kids, and for the kingdom, then you're not worthy of the kingdom." So with that, I say the perception of that is off, to take it there, to say he's contradicting this. But you should not love anything above God. The hierarchy should be God first, you second, wife or husband, whatever, and then your kids, and then the rest of humanity. That should be the balance, or that should be the order, I should say. And with that being said, you sitting here talking about honoring your mother and father. Honoring your mother and father means doing what they say as a child. You're a child. being respectful to them, and helping them as they grow older, when as if they need it or if they need honor. Uh, God created your parents, so if you can hold your parents at such a high pedestal, then who do you think made them? Shouldn't God be even on a higher pedestal? Because if you loved your parents, then He's the one that made them. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm gonna get out of here. But I was just thinking about balance today and contradiction. Because we can't judge each other like that. Only God can judge us. So, as long as you keep balance in whatever it is that you're doing, as long as you keep the order of how things are supposed to go, and that's God first, then you. And the reason I say then you is because God is in you. The Holy Spirit is in you. You have to take care of your temple. Then on your wife. Then your kids. And that's the order, I think. Let me get up out of here. The sun is beaming. Talk to y'all later.